Really, what it comes down to, what I mean by barge it is committing from the get go, right? As soon as you start, commit and stay committed, right? It means don't change up or whatever you don't need to. What I mean is, if you're writing a story, stick to what the story is. If you have characters within that story, you don't need to change them around all the damn time, right? Because people will change over the arc of a story and everything else. That's fine, but the basics of their history and stuff don't. You get what I mean? But even with that, you can start fast making shit. I've done that a lot of my life, and that's probably a lot of the reason that any of this shit actually got done was me barging shit. You know what I'm saying? So I know that this isn't gonna work for everybody, but this is what I've done. So maybe you're wired like me, maybe you aren't. I don't know. I can't say. But for me, I have to jump in basically knowing nothing and go for it. Um, the reason that I kind of have to do that is I'm all in or I'm all out. I'm not a halfway kind of guy. I've never been a halfway kind of guy, and you know, there's nothing wrong with people that are. We need them too. They might be more level headed or whatever at times, but sometimes just jumping in. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't be doing these videos. I wouldn't have started being a musician 26 years ago or how long it's been now, 24, 26, long, long time, no matter what. I wouldn't have started doing stand-up comedy. I wouldn't have been a entertainment reporter at 12 years old for a radio station aimed at kids, right? If I didn't just try shit, if I overthought it or thought about it at all. And sometimes that's really the best approach. Maybe not always. People say it's foolish, this, that, and the other thing, but when it comes to art, you don't have to put out what you make. So it makes more sense to just kind of throw yourself at something and get it done because, in my experience, if you get something done, having no knowledge, right? No real knowledge, anyway, at the very beginning, and you get something done, that means if you want to do it again, you can get it done and get it done better and faster. And I know this from experience from the shorts I made, short movies, shit like that. I know that from other music and stuff I've done over the years too. So some people need to sit back and take their time, but some need to just go at it. And I know sometimes that can make it hard on team projects, shit like that. If you're gonna try to do some art shit with some other people, you know what I'm saying? And I know that from experience, right? Because sometimes the let's just do it, let's get at it already, you know, let's just throw it down and make it happen. What's going on, Asher? Sometimes that can be what's going on, can be a bit of a problem for people. You know what I'm saying? And I know people have had problems with me do that, and I've had problems with them too because it's like I'm gonna do this already. We're already here. We're doing this. We're already at the point of whatever it is, right? So sometimes that can make the way you bash heads. I've done that a bit in my life. But with the barge, really what I mean is thanks, Asher. But really what I'm getting at with this whole commitment thing and barging thing is if you commit to finish the thing in the first place, right? That means you aren't committing to make something good. You're just committing to finish it, especially your first time out, right? You aren't gonna make something amazing your first time out. You never do. I don't care who you are. You don't. It just doesn't happen, right? And if it does, you just haven't, had it recorded before. You've done something usually, right? And that's really what it is. But if you just commit to getting something done, you get to learn a lot. What's going on? But the committing to finishing is the main thing, right? When I started a magazine years and years ago, probably about 20 years ago now, I had no idea what I was doing when I started, right? Zero. I knew bands, I knew stuff like that, so I knew how to get in touch with some people. That was it. So I didn't start at completely nothing, but I didn't know what I was doing, right? And I threw myself into that, and at the time, this was on Facebook. I got It was a personal page, I think, so it capped out at 5,000 people that would let it be added, right? And I capped that out within a week. And the reason is I knew what I was doing. I knew why I was doing it. Now, what I mean by I had no idea like with the interviews and stuff, no idea on that, right? But I knew what I wanted to accomplish with it, and I committed to that the whole way through it. So that's a years long project though, and you can commit to stuff that's a lot shorter. Uh, I've been committing to shorter stuff my whole life too. Sometimes it's just committing to remembering a few minutes for jokes. Sometimes it's committing to getting a mockumentary completed by a certain time or whatever, which I'm probably about to shoot another one, maybe starting today. I'm not completely positive yet. But honestly, the less you know going in the first time, the easier the second time is if you want to keep going. Because you learn a lot the first time and you find out what works, what doesn't work, you find out a little bit of your style. And the reason I'm saying that, one second. So, like I was basically getting at, is you get to learn. And honestly, moving fast can work out. For me, it kind of brings out instinct. It doesn't have me second guessing as much. Now, other people, they might second guess all the way through whatever they're doing. And I get that. That is kind of what you do, especially if you have time to think. Now, I try not to give myself time to think. If I'm shooting a short movie or something like that, I shoot, then I automatically send it to my editing app and I start chopping it up immediately. I place it where I want it to be. I watch and then I find out, okay, what's here, what's missing, what's not, and boom. I just rush with it. You know what I'm saying? And for me too, some people might recite a bunch of lines. I have no idea what I'm going to say. Especially if it's a mockumentary, none. So I'm completely coming with nothing. Now, you can do that or you cannot do that. That's your choice. But it's what works for me. Now, is everything I make good? No, not at all. But it works. It's basically what I set out for it to be. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, the mockumentaries especially. So, but like I said, the main thing with the barge is just you don't need to know what you're doing. You can rush into it, and the main thing is getting it done. You know what I mean? No matter how big or small it is, get the first one done. See if you like it. See if you don't. I don't mean the end product because chances are you aren't going to like the end product. A lot of us don't like the stuff we make. All right, that's just a fact of the matter. But what I'm saying is, get it done. See if you like the process of getting it done. If you do, keep it up. If nothing else, you've accomplished something. You've accomplished a lot more than what a lot of people do. So that just is what it is. And I'm basically saying the same thing over and over again because it's really simple. It's not like anything I say on here is really complex because there's no reason to get complex about art shit. It is what you make it. Whatever you make, you can make. Period. The only one stopping you is you. Period. People aren't going to care as much as what you think they do. Flat. Worst thing that somebody will do if you put something out is not know it's out or forget that they came across it. So if you make something mediocre, no one's going to remember. But if it's really good or really bad, people will. That's it. So you can make something and you can decide to put it out or you can decide not to. That's on you. It really doesn't matter. Just completing something alone, can be worth it. And a lot of people, I think, lose track of that. I know I lost track of that. All right. So that is what it is. Do it, don't do it. I really don't give a shit. But it is something that's helped me. It's the way that I operate because it's the only way that I can operate that I found. At least the way that works best. Now, it might not work best for you, and this might not be something you need to hear. That's fine. But that doesn't mean it doesn't work for some people. You know what I mean?